All right, man. We back in the building with another episode of Prep Talk Weekly with the guys, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody
Good, good. Trying to stay
Good,
safe.
man.
trying to? I feel you definitely in this COVID age, man. We got a special guest today, man. Bartram Trail star linebacker, Mr. Dylan Chiedo, man. What's happening? What's happening?
What's up? What's up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got my man in the building. We're gonna touch base with him. We'll do an interview with Dylan. We'll have some highlights from kind of Jackson, cover the Jaguars a little bit. This is the Jamboree week, so we'll touch a little bit on that and kind of see where everybody in the city's at with their jamborees and football season is in full swing, man. We're right here. We're getting into it. So, with that being said, Dylan, what's going on, man? We haven't talked to you in a while. We interviewed you what it seems like ages ago.
Yeah.
After that Mandarin game. So, just kind of talk about what you've been up to this off season and kind of what you've been working on, camping. What's going on? What's going on with you?
Um, After our tough loss against Seminole, I
Yep.
realized that there was a lot of stuff that I had to work on to prepare myself for my upcoming season, my senior season.
Right.
So I really tried to focus on my speed, agility, and coverage skills. So I ended up going to workouts every morning at a place called Roundtree, which helped me with my footwork and bettered my speed and agility. And then after that, I went on like a little camp tour thing with my other teammates, my friend Bryce, and then
Okay.
Ella Mendoza, where we just like for a full week we just toured camps, toured campuses and went to camps, and I was able to really work on my coverage there in the one-on-ones. So, and then I felt like that really
Do,
helped me with the upcoming season.
can you? What camps did you go to?
I went to Georgia Tech, ECU, FSU,
Okay.
and then I believe a UF one.
Okay. So do you have any relationships with those schools as far as recruiting goes or anything like that, or how was
Yeah,
that?
I do.
Okay.
FSU and then I believe ECU. ECU I had an offer from, and Georgia Tech. They all said that that they really liked me and they liked seeing my versatility because I also after I did really well on one-on-ones, they sent me up to one-on-ones with the D line too since I'm like a bigger linebacker and I was able
Yeah.
to perform there too. And they said that they really like me and that they want to keep this relationship for the upcoming season. They want to see my first 4 games and just see where we go from there.
That's awesome. And you know what? The funny thing is, man, is that is a common theme this year, bro, with
Yeah.
COVID and everything, because they didn't get a chance. There were some kids who got offered at the camps, right? And those were probably kids that they already had
Mhm.
planned to offer anyways. Um, but what I'm hearing, and just from the people that I've talked to at different universities and stuff like that, and coaches, these coaches have at least 4 to 5 offers in their back pocket. All these D1 schools have
Mhm.
4 to 5 offers in their back pocket. They're waiting to see who's gonna flash the first part of the season, mid season. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
you'll start to see these offers come through. So what you're saying is definitely accurate, man. There,
Yeah.
there's that's literally what they're looking for. They didn't get a chance to see a lot of kids last season, so this is kind of uncharacteristically, you know what I mean, in recruiting, because usually your junior, this spring going into your senior season is when it's like hot and heavy,
Yeah.
fast, right? And that's when they all start to flow in. So you said you wanted to work on agility and things of that nature, and did you feel like you got some good work at these camps and things of that nature in that aspect?
Oh, for sure. Another thing that helped me was doing track this year, and my track coach was able to work on my running mechanics and everything. And I was able to lower my 40 time to like high 4.seconds, 4.7, and I beat
That's
him.
good, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
good for you because you're a bigger guy. What do you
exactly,
what do
I
you
went 230.
what year so you 230, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So
Mhm.
you're a bigger linebacker. So 4.7 is good, man. That's moving.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you went on your Georgia Tech visits. So on I don't know if you guys did Marcus or Desmond, did you guys want to piggyback on anything I've said so far before I move on?
Yeah, yeah. Just going back to you, going back and looking at film and saying you needed to improve on a couple of things. Like where do you get that drive of okay, I know I need to get better, even though you're a pretty popular name around the city.
Um, Really like. I know I'm a popular name in the city and everything, but like every single time, like my coach always tells me that there's always like somewhere I can improve on. So after like going back and watching my film with my recruiting coordinator, he just told me like what colleges wanted to see from me this year, and they just the main thing they said was they love my how big I look, but they just want to see more speed out of me. So that just told me that that's something I got to work on, and that's something I can control. So yeah.
Okay. And this season, were you looking to put your hand in the dirt a little more, or were you sticking around that linebacker spot?
Um, I mean, wherever my team needs me, I'm willing to go to. I've been playing linebacker since I was a kid, but if they need me to go to D line, I can show my versatility there too. I just want to play football at the end of the day.
Man, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Awesome. Um, Great questions. So let's go back to the recruiting front. So on Rivals, they have you with 9 offers, and I know sometimes that's not accurate. They have some, they got Iowa State. Um, let's see what they had. They had Iowa State, Coastal Carolina, Connecticut, Dartmouth, are Maryland. Are those all schools that you have offers from, or is there more schools that they don't have on there? What's going on with you on recruiting as far as that goes?
Basically, yeah, those are my non-offers so far. But there's
Okay.
like a lot of schools because of COVID, as you said, like if COVID wasn't like I know it's not good to say if and buts and all that, but
Right.
if COVID wasn't a thing, they said they would offer me. But since the spots are so limited due to people coming back and everything, that they just still want to wait for my first 4 games to see if they want to pull the trigger still.
Right.
So I'm just waiting right now. That's why I just tried to control what I could control, and now I'm excited for my game on Friday so I can get new film up on the board and be able to start.
Man, and you guys, man, and literally this class of 2022, you guys are you guys are benefiting so much, man, that you weren't seniors last year, because
Mhm.
imagine how many kids got that mulligan, right, in
Yeah.
college, and they got to come back to play, and you got the kids from 2021 that committed, and
Mhm.
they're going into school, and now you got what, maybe two other people in front of you because
Yeah.
they got another year eligibility. So you guys are really like that first class that kind of, after this year, everybody's going to pretty much wash out. Everything's going to kind of reset, right?
Mhm.
And you'll be able to have a good view of what things look like as far as recruiting goes. So that's good information, man. I know people wanted to know that. FSU, I know FSU that's the line, that's a linebacker you right there, man,
Yeah.
along with Miami and a couple others. Um, did you guys? I know you got to talk to Coach Marv and everything like that. So just talk
Mhm.
about maybe that relationship, man. Is Florida State one of your top destinations that you'd like to go?
I would love to go to Florida State. After my camp there, like I personally believe that's the best camp I've ever had. I was showing real physicality, and the coaches and the players were loving it, and they gave me their Twitter, everything. We've been like in contact and everything.
Yeah.
So that's one of my main like up there like options. Like if I was able to get an offer from there, I would see myself going there because it's also in state too. So yeah.
Is that a big thing for you in state? Are you an in state guy? Would you rather stay home instead of going on the road somewhere?
I mean, like it would be nice, but at the same time, I'm like I was saying, I just want to play football at the end of the day. So if I have to go across the country, I'll go across the country if I got to. It's just whoever place just treats me like a family, and I'm willing to go.
How big, and you guys can stop me if you got anything, but how big is NIL? How big does that weigh in your decision of where you might go?
NIL.
Yeah, with that coming about, as far as like, because Florida State has they're big, they have a big program on that,
Mhm.
where that, you know what I mean, they'll help you get those deals, and work, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and work with
Yeah.
you and send you the media to post and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So how big is that? I don't know and I don't even know if these are conversations that you've had with schools, which
Mhm.
I'm sure that's probably big on them now, but is that a big deal for you, or you're just focused on ball?
I think I'm just focused on ball. Like money and all that's nice, but like I'm gonna have time to do that if by the grace of God if I make it to the league. So right now, like if it's between like a school that treats me like family and a school that
Right.
like is gonna make me money, I'm gonna go to the school that's gonna treat me like family.
Understood. Understood.
That's awesome.
Um,
With that, Dylan, what's some players that you kind of see yourself, modeling your game after, and not only now but transitioning to that college level? Who are some players that you kind of look up to, or you watch their game or study their film a lot?
Really, like my dream player was always like Ray Lewis, because which linebacker doesn't like Ray Lewis? But right now, it'll probably be Micah Parsons, because I just been watching them over this like time, and obviously because of the draft, and I had time to like go look at his like high school clips and everything, and just the way he played, like he was just so fast, and that's another reason why I wanted to become faster, because he just his explosion in his first step is like amazing. So I've been really trying to like put my own game into like how he plays too. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I saw like some Lance Briggs, some kind of throwback type linebacker. Ray Lewis got like that in your film as well. You know what I'm saying? The big physical linebacker. But like you said, being able to add the speed to that, especially with the way the college game is now, it's definitely going to be key and critical for that. So with that, do you want to play linebacker on the next level? Do you want to play in? What's your preference as you move to the next level?
I would love to play linebacker, because again, like I used to play on the D line before, but I like usually like every single time I would play D line, like I always like want to stand up and like look where the ball at. But I feel like at linebacker, like I can just see everything more. I can read the guards. I can look in the backfield and see what's going on. That's one of my main talents, is just being able to be aware of where the ball is and to get to it. So that's why I like playing linebacker. But if a team wants me to play D end or stand up D end, then I'm willing to do that too.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And I'm sorry to cut you off, Desmond. Did you have anything else?
No, you good.
Uh, I was going to ask you, how hard is how hard is it as a linebacker to not think not distinctively, instinctually, when you see the ball carried with the ball, rather than make the smart play, let somebody else make the play for you.
Um, I mean, at Bartram, like like our philosophy at Bartram is like it's a team, and like we just have to do our own job. Like that's why our defensive coordinator is always stressed. So I tried, like even at practice today, I got in trouble because I could have made a play on the Q. Instead of like going to my own responsibility of the running back in this option play, I went to the QB because I saw like I could make a play, but he was able to explain to me that if I do it right 100 times and he still doesn't get the ball, that one time that I don't do it right, he could score. So I just try to, now I know to just do my own job and let the play come to me, because when you start like stressing about going to go make a play, it's going to make it even harder. So I just do my responsibility. Yeah.
Awesome. So Dylan, talk about how far can this team go this year, man? I mean, you guys have had, you guys got some old talent, man. Y'all been there for a few years now. People know about Bartram Trail. Y'all aren't sneaking up on anybody. And you guys got plenty of talent with Segre Graham, Micah Pollard, Eric Weatherly, just to name a few. I mean, just talk about your team, man, and kind of how far do you think this team can go this year in 8A? How far, you know what I mean? How far do you think you can go?
I mean, we have a great team. Like we have a bunch of seniors coming back. Our defense, we've been hearing a lot that we live up to the hype, because like this is probably the best defense to ever come out of Bartram Trail. And I'm really excited about the upcoming season. I feel as if like before I leave, that I can get Coach Sutherland that state championship he's been looking for. And just like this whole week that we've had preparing for Lee, it's been the best week of practice that we've had. We've been practicing like a state championship team, because as much as we are family, we get after every practice and we just go after each other, and it's just full speed and getting after the ball every single play. So I truly do feel like we can win a state championship this year, as long as we just keep on doing us and just focus. Like even our coach said, he said, the only people that can beat us is us, that we don't got to worry about the other teams.
Yeah. So basically just stay the course, do your job, and the rest will take care, stay together, and the rest will take care of itself for the most part. Yeah.
Sure.
Understood.
And
Go ahead, Mark.
And I'm guessing coach probably has you guys thinking just thinking day to day, game by game. But what's the schedule on your what's the game on your schedule that you would say is probably a measuring stick game for you guys?
Measuring stick game. I'll probably say Miami Columbus because everybody just talks about how great of a team they are, and they're really well coached and everything. And what really hits me is because back in my sophomore year, if we would be a Palka, we would have played them in the state championship game. So we were one game short. So I feel as if this is a rematch, and this is really going to test me because I heard they have a good running back too. So for me to go against, like, I'd rather go against the best of the best competition because that's what I'm going to have to play against in the next level. So I'd rather go against the best competition now, so I'll be prepared in the future. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. And you guys are in a new district with, I believe, Mandarin, Sandalwood, uh, and I believe Creekside. I believe.
Creekside.
Um,
Yeah, Creekside.
so how do you guys manage through these tough districts? It seems like year in and year out, you guys probably have one of the hardest district schedules. Let alone non-district schedules on non-district games on your schedule. Um, how does it feel to be like in those tough environments week in and week out, knowing you're fighting for pretty much playoff position?
I mean, we love the competition. Like our team, we don't run from competition at all. We love the hype around the games and everything, but again, we just choose to focus on us. So every game we treat the same. Even if it's a district game or a regular season game, we're just looking forward to just playing new type of competition. So I feel as if like yeah, we go like Creekside. I'm pretty sure Creekside is the only new team that we're going to be playing this year, but Sandalwood, Oakleaf, and everyone. Like we've all seen. I've seen them for now like 3 years or 2 years already. So I already know what they're going to be throwing at me. I've seen their offensive schemes. I've studied their film. So there's nothing for us to be worried about. I feel like if we just go out there and execute every play and every drive and just leave it all out on the field, that we'll have no problem going to the playoffs. I feel as if that we're not like us not going to the playoffs is even the question. So yeah.
That's awesome. So we hear that the state championship is the team goal. What are some of your personal goals? You know, kind of outside of the speed of off season stuff. What are some of your personal goals for the season that you're looking to accomplish? That you may have, might have written down on your mirror in your bathroom or something. You know, what are some of those things that you're looking forward to this season?
Um, really like I feel I don't want to say that I'm slept on because like everybody be saying that, but I feel like I have a lot to prove this year. Obviously we have a very talented defense and all, but I really just want to put my name out there for all these college coaches and recruiters that I'm able to play football at the next level and really make an impact. So really I just want to like open a lot of eyes this year and just show my even more physicality, even more speed, and just show everyone that I could be the best linebacker to play at Bartram Trail and even in the city. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. We're definitely excited. Bartram Trail and Lee is our game of the week, so we'll definitely be there. We'll be on site, man. We'll be walking around the field pregame. We'll come holler at you. Really appreciate you joining us, man. Dylan Chiedo, awesome linebacker for the Bartram Trail Bears. We'll be following you guys all season, and we'll definitely be looking forward to good things to come, man, this season.
I appreciate that. I
No
appreciate
problem.
all your time. Thank you.
Good
No
luck this
problem,
season.
man.
Yes, sir. Good luck this week.
I appreciate that. I'll see y'all on Friday.
All right, Dylan, we'll be seeing you.
Yes, sir.
All
Take care.
right. Yes, sir. All right, man. That was Dylan Cheeto, man. Star linebacker for the Bartram Trail Bears. Well-spoken young man. He's all business, as you can see. He's got his mind set on what he wants. My son's sitting here asking for popcorn, man. Good Lord. Popcorn. I got you, bro. Just chill. But man, so really happy to talk to him today, man. And kind of pick. So Bartram Trail, they're thinking state championship or bust, which I mean should be. I mean, right? They're the when everybody talks about Jacksonville, Bartram Trail is that team. So just to kind of piggyback on that, I mean, what other teams do you guys feel from our city have a legitimate shot at making a run to the playoffs?
I mean, you could always, typical Trinity Bowls, like they're always going to be in the running for it. I believe Lee / Riverside. They always have a chance. I think Reigns has a chance to have a bounce back season. They're not in a tough district this year. They're always a threat to make it out. And Mandarin, of course, you could call it Homer or whatever, but I always think if Mandarin could put out a solid squad with Coach Ramsey,
Mandarin has a good team this year, man. Like they have like a sneaky quiet team, but like they're so young, and the quarterback position, you know what I mean? They just have a lot to be worked out there. Like they have a senior, but you know, he's not proven either. This will be his first year starting. So they just got a lot to prove, man, this year.
I really like Ramsey though. I really like Ramsey. He seems like he's a pretty good coach. He brings the guys.
Bobby Ramsey, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Hold on one sec. What? Hold on one sec, man.
Yeah. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, and even a Creekside, I think Creekside was a pretty good team last year. I think they're the leading receiver in the whole city, I believe.
Was from Creekside?
Yeah.
Seriously? What's the kid's name?
I don't know his name. I just know he was the leading receiver. I know he caught a lot of balls. He might have graduated. Might not have. But I know he led the city. So Creekside's a dangerous team. They could sneak up on you and catch a win.
Creekside has that running back too, man.
Yeah.
Not Christian McCaffrey, like, because I think we try to say all white. We try to compare all white running backs to Christian McCaffrey, or he's more of a Toby Gerhardt, shall I say? Toby Gerhardt, you know what I mean? More of a bruiser. Did we draft Toby Gerhardt?
No, we free agent.
Oh, okay. He was from Minnesota. Yeah.
Why did they draft him when they had AP?
I have no idea, man. And the dude was just so like, he was a good power back. He was just so like he was just you know what I mean? He was just lugging, like he ain't had no juice. Let's
go work in the NFL. You're gonna go run over everybody,
and it's like
Jackson was one of the few people who was able to do that at that type of size. That could just run over, but he was still quick though. You know, Toby didn't have that kind of move.
There's really levels to this stuff, man. Before we get into some of the NFL stuff, man, and kind of preseason, some of the stuff you guys saw from this past week, let's not leave the high school stuff. You know what I mean? Because this is a big week for high school teams, right? This is their first chance to get on the field. Got the Jamborees. You got Andrew Jackson against Atlantic Coast. You got obviously Bartram Trail versus Lee, which will be a good game. How much is this kind of like preseason with these new Jamborees, man? Or is this like, how much do your starters play? Or do they, you know what I mean? Do you want to are you trying to make a statement in these games, or are you just trying to get your team some work? And then what's the plan with that? What do you guys think? If you were a coach, how would you manage that?
I think you handle it like how we were handled. Like we were in high school. You know, throw your starters out there. Maybe the first half, first quarter.
Yeah.
And, just make sure your guys that you're gonna rely on just are healthy. Make sure they get their little run, get the cohesiveness. But mostly get your young guys in. Let your star players rest a little bit, and wait for week one. You don't want to show too much in the kickoff classic.
Yeah, I think they get a good run, especially not playing for a while. And kind of going into the season. So I definitely think the first half will probably definitely be explosive. But like you said, probably trying to get everybody in and get some reps for the guys this time of the year. And the good teams are going to have depth anyways. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have enough players to really make it work. Really be able to compete. It's an exciting year all around for Florida football, man.
It's finally football season, man. I mean,
right.
We're in the thick of it, man. We got what's another team like? that we really think could come out of the city, man. I think Lee. It'll be a good matchup to watch with Bartram Trail because I think Lee. And Bartram Trail are those two teams that could come out of the city, man. Just with the amount of talent they have. I saw a kid. I want to say his name's Bryce Hall. I think he was at. Does that ring a bell? Big. He's a big DN. I think he was at Trinity last year, and I think he's at. I think he told me he was going to Lee this year. Big kid, man. Like he's probably about 6'4", rock solid. There's a lot of kids went to Lee this year, and I feel like they have a lot. Obviously, you have Jaheim Singletary. He's the number one corner in America. So I'm looking to see what he's going to do. I know Bartram Trail does have a wide receiver that's got some offers too. He's a bigger kid. Do you guys know that kid's name?
No, I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, he's a bigger kid. He's got some offers. I want to say he's in his junior year. I gotta find his name. But so looking to see, he'll definitely have some. I don't know if it'll challenge him, right? Because I don't think he's really been challenged by anybody.
I love to see him and Travis Hunter play. It's not possible.
I know, man. I know. You just want to see. I just want to see him up against another top guy, just because in the classification that they play in, it's very rare that he's ever going to be challenged like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in 4A, 5A, or 3A? What are they in?
I think 4, right?
4A, yeah.
I
They're in 4A. I don't think they're ever going to be challenged to his caliber. It just depends, You might have one or two good players on a team like that. With Lee, I feel like because they play in a big city and it's a public, we can't even call them Lee anymore. It's Riverside High School.
Yeah.
So which is weird to say now. I think it's gonna be hard. That'll probably be his best test is playing an 8A team, right? Lee playing a 8A team is gonna be the best test to get them ready for this season. You're gonna see it in Bartram Trail. Their D line is big. Like Bartram Trail has a big D line. And there's probably a lot of kids that we don't even know about yet that are gonna have breakout season this year, right? And be that next up kid. You also got Sharif Denson, who's one of the, according to Rivals, he's one of the best cornerbacks in the country.
Jaden Gibbs out of Orlando's probably the best receiver in the state, but I don't think they'll probably ever play each other.
Jaden Gibbs. Oh man, that would be a matchup. That would be a matchup. I think Jaheim would lock him up though. Because Jaheim's a longer corner. He's already long, so I don't think
talking about the dude from West Orange.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be a good matchup.
That'd be a good matchup, and Jaheim's a press corner too, so that would be
him with Travis Hunter. Because I still, the fact that Travis Hunter has 1,700 receiving yards and 24 touchdowns, and that's not even his primary position.
Plays cornerback.
It's insane.
You would have never even known. You would have known, but you would have thought he was a wide receiver first, right?
Yeah, 1,700 yards and 24 touchdowns receiving, bro. In his junior year, it's insane. He's insane.
I'm glad he's with Florida State, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's insane.
But yeah, so I'm definitely looking to see Jaheim kind of challenged, and I'm really looking to see where he's gonna go for school. Once the season gets started, man, I don't see a lot of kids worried about committing anywhere, or you know what I mean. I don't think you're gonna see any of that till after the season ends. That's gonna heat up big time. So I think that'll be interesting to watch. There's a lot of kids that aren't committed anywhere right now. You got especially on Bartram's team. I think the only person on Bartram's teams that's committed is Micah Pollard to Michigan. Segre Graham's obviously committed to Cincinnati. But other than that, I don't know who their quarterback is. So interested to see what their because that's going to go a lot. You want to be a state championship team? It's going to go a long way to say what you're going to do. You can have a great defense, but you got to score, man. You got to score.
And I think a lot of the prospects want to see how teams do on the field this season too, as well. before they kind of really lock into that commitment or lock in. Like I know, like Shamar Stewart, for example,
Right.
He's one of the ones that's kind of holding back. He just kind of wants to see some things. Same thing with Jaheim. I think is down to last time I looked, Georgia and Miami. It's kind of the two warm schools right now, 247. After he decommitted, so I think a lot of them kind of want to see, how people are progressing.
I'm gonna guarantee you right now, he ain't leaving the state of Florida.
Yeah, I don't think he's leaving the state of Florida.
He's not leaving the state. If he wasn't going to Ohio State, he's not going to Georgia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's why I'm hoping it's Miami, but I'm holding back on it.
It doesn't make much sense. Those all the Florida schools are going to be on his heels.
Yeah.
Florida State, Florida, Miami, all three of them are going to be on campus at Riverside a lot.
A lot, yeah. And that's why, the success or lack thereof of a team out of those three teams this year is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And for the recruiting classes everyone already has been able to lock those in because, it all depends on that success. You got a really good year and have a really strong class, but if there's some shakiness or whatever, because everybody has a lot to, especially Florida. Florida's replacing. I mean, you got to replace some superstars with Kyle Pitts, Kadarius Toney, Kyle Trask. So it's going to be interesting to see how those schools also do and how that trickles down into recruitment this year.
Definitely, I'm excited, man. Definitely, he hit the nail on the head with the Columbus game. We're definitely ready to see that game. So, a lot of football's here, man. Football's going to be in full swing here. With this starting this week. Moving on, man, to some NFL, right? Some NFL stuff. What do you guys think about preseason, man? What do you guys think about Tebow Mania done now? What are your thoughts on that?
Long overdue.
Yeah. Shouldn't have even been on the team.
Yeah, long overdue.
It's good. It's been good to see again, just like high school football and college football coming up. It's just been good to see NFL football. Good to see guys like Justin Fields, Trey Lance, going out there doing a good job.
Yeah.
I think Trey. I might be overstepping, but I think Trey should be the starter in San Francisco just off of game one. You don't think so?
I don't know.
They watched the full game. How did he do? I just saw a few highlights. I watched all of Justin Fields. I think he's a superstar, but I ain't gonna watch.
I think Justin Fields is probably the more ready out of the two.
Yeah.
But Trey just seemed like he had that juice when he was on the field. Like he wasn't perfect by any means, but it just looked like the offense just went a little better.
I think that did you see those guys got? I mean, I don't really know what. I'm not really sure what the Jaguars' strategy is with Trevor Lawrence, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Because why on earth, if you plan to start this kid week one, why on earth would you only give him two, regardless of who he's playing against? Why would you only give him two series? To me, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There's 3 preseason games. Why the hell are you giving him? You're probably not going to play him in the last one. Why the hell are you only giving him 2 series? You know what I mean?
Was he getting sacked? They hit a lot or something?
He got sacked the first series, and then the next couple series he wasn't getting hit. They just weren't moving the ball. So to me, it's like, let the kid play. What the hell do you need to see? You could have saw whatever you saw to Minshew, which wasn't jack shit. In the fourth quarter, let the kid play. Let him get comfortable, right? Let him
at least a quarter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's playing. Second, third stringers. Let him get in a rhythm because that's who Justin Fields and Trey Lance were playing. They were playing fourth stringers when they were putting up those numbers, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Justin Fields had almost 30 attempts. Mm-hmm. So they're doing that for a reason. They want them to get comfortable. Yeah, they want. What's the point? And you're just really seeing Urban Meyer's inexperience kind of shine through, man. He never been in no preseason. Clearly doesn't know how to manage players, doesn't know how to manage load, doesn't know what that looks like. And I think his head's kind of spinning right now, and he's got to kind of take a step back and lean on Darrell Bevel or lean on his NFL. You know what I mean? I think he needs to take a step back right now and just lean on the guys who he brought in who have that experience in the NFL, like Schottenheimer and other guys because maybe they did give him that advice, hey, maybe we don't play Trevor that much. Whoever made that decision, it was a bad decision. That kid needs reps. Period.
Yeah, a lot of it.
He needs a lot of reps because he's still throwing picks in practice. So he needs a lot of reps. I liked what I saw. I think he's gonna be fine. I mean, he's Trevor Lawrence. Like he don't get shit. You know, he's not somebody who's gonna get shaken. He's holding on to the ball a little bit long, and to me, that's not his fault. If a quarterback's holding on to the ball, it's not that he's not hitting a wide open receiver. The motherfuckers was locked up.
Yeah,
They was locked. He had nowhere. Literally, if you look at the plays where he held the ball, he had nowhere to go with the ball. But on him, what he needs to think about is, yo, this is the NFL now, man. Like, live to play another down, throw that shit away, and move on, right?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what Darrell Bevel and Schottenheimer were kind of telling him, like, hey, live to play another down. Like, you know, it's not gonna, you know, you want longevity. You're not gonna hit the big play on every. This isn't Clemson. You're not gonna hit a 40, 50-yard play on every drive. You're not gonna run up the score like that on people. Like, at least not to start off. You know what I mean? Like, take what they're giving you. If it's a check down, 5-yard check down, take the 5-yard check down. Don't hold on to the ball. This ain't the league you do that in. It's where you get your head knocked off.
Yeah. Because, I mean, in what, 95% of the games he played in, he had all of the superior talent, you know, in college. So now where it's all equal and, you know, it gets a little tougher where you got to kind of make those decisions a little quicker, it's definitely going to take an adjustment.
I think I'm reevaluating my
the 30 points a game.
My prediction about the wide receivers, because them niggas was locked by second string niggas. So
and now Marvin Jones and LaVisca should know. So it wasn't like we had Susu receivers out there. Like, we had our starting receivers beside DJ Chark.
Right.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that was a little concerning.
Yeah.
That concerned me a lot, man. Like, I'm really being frank right now. Like, that concerned me a lot because I'm like, y'all can't get loose against them. Like, he was going against Greedy Williams and Newsome as like their first round pick. So Greedy Williams, he's been in the league a little bit. He looked like he might have a decent year.
I was about to say, because he's been kind of injured and banged up. He hasn't really even played the whole season.
So he looks like he might be
start opposite Ward.
Yeah. I think as opposite Ward. I think he'll have, you know what I mean. He'll start to show that because he was playing Marvin Jones pretty good, pretty close. LaVisca. Other than gadgets and stuff like that, man, I didn't really see him run too many routes. So we'll see how that works, but hopefully he can get open. Just hoping, a lot of hoping. DJ is gonna get his. He's gonna get open. Like, he's always gotten open.
And he needs that big target. Trevor needs that bigger kind of taller.
Can you just imagine that if the Jaguars still had Allen Robinson and they drafted Chark? I mean, seriously, there's been so many bad decisions that this team has made to like handicap their franchise over the years. Like, you literally cut Allen Robinson because he was coming off a knee injury. You brought back Marquise Lee, who then tore his ACL in the preseason.
And then you give Blake Bortles $18 million.
They've just made like some really, really like terrible decisions. Like,
and let go the best corner in football.
And you let go. That was going to happen anyways. So,
I mean, but that's just you figure out a way. I would have fired whoever needed to be fired before I let Jalen Ramsey leave the building. You know, in the passing league, when you got somebody that special, you can't, especially homegrown talent.
Apparently, it was Tom Coughlin, man. It was Tom.
Yeah,
Coughlin.
it was. Yeah.
So they let Tom Coughlin.
That draft class was special. Like, Zeke Elliott, Ronnie Stanley, Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? All of those guys signed major contracts with their teams except Ramsey. You know, so it was it's crazy.
That's crazy.
So that's disappointing, and now he's happy with the Rams still playing the best football of his career. Probably the best football still ahead of him the next 3 years. So that's enough about the Jaguars, man. I just need to see more. Tavon Austin looks like he might make the team.
I don't know. He made me mad dropping that 2-point conversion just right after he caught the touchdown. No, that's a little thing, but he about the only one that could get open on his own. Create his own space besides I don't know, but so just moving on, man. So Justin Fields,
He had a good showing. Saw Sean Wade catch a pick.
Yeah, I was just about to say Sean Wade, the Trinity alum, got a game-winning interception for the Ravens against the Saints.
He caught a pick. Patrick Surtain looked good. He looks like he's ready to play.
He got pick 6 too.
Yeah, interested to see what that Denver Broncos situation is going to look like with Drew Lock and Bridgewater, because they both look like they're playing. They came to play.
And their offense looks like it could be really, really good. Williams looked good. Hamlin.
Yeah. Judy looks like he's ready though.
Yeah.
Like
I just didn't like him not being able to get open on that 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Red zone.
He's got to get open. There's no excuses for Jerry Judy not to beat one-on-one coverage. Period.
One-on-one end zone. They're going to you for the touchdown.
Yeah.
You got to make that play.
Yeah, you got to make the play. Hamler looks like he's gonna have a breakout year.
Yeah.
You got Noah Fant still at tight end. They got plenty of weapons, man. And then
it's on their defense, I think.
Yeah, defense. You got Justin Simmons at safety. I don't know what their linebacker.
Bradley Chubb's back healthy.
Yeah, Chubb. So hopefully Chubb has a big year. Von Miller's still there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they look like. Denver could do something, man, but not in that division though. I think not this year, not in that division. Gonna be tough. Cowboys. I didn't get to watch. Actually, after probably we get off, I'm gonna watch Hard Knocks, see what that looked like.
Michael Parsons looked nice. I did see that.
He's really good. He finds the ball really well. He's fast. He's just a baller. He's just for some reason I didn't think it would really translate his game. I didn't think his game would translate to the NFL, and now I realize it's only purely because that's how they chose to use him at Penn State. Was they blitzed him a lot, blitzed the crap out of him. So you saw like he had good instincts, but a lot of it was coming off of blitzes, right? So you didn't really get a chance to see him read, play recognition. You know what I mean? Find the ball, and like he does that really well in the league. So I think the sky's the limit for them. Like the Cowboys, bro, they legitimately, bro, don't have any reason not to get to the Super Bowl, or at least, you know what I mean, or to come out the NFC. Like who's gonna beat them if they can stay healthy? If they can stay healthy, that's a big if. That's a big if.
That's the key.
If they can stay healthy, man, they got to come out of the NFC this year. There's no reason.
And I'm not sure why, but I'm liking Dan Quinn. Like I know he flamed out in Atlanta, but
yeah,
I'm thinking he's probably more of a natural coordinator than he is a head coach.
And y'all got that big corner kid that y'all got. You know that big corner y'all had that was flashing.
What are you talking about? I just don't know his name.
Right, his last name is Wright.
Mm-hmm.
You know his brother was the kid Rajon Wright off of Last Chance U, the cornerback off of Last Chance U, the last one from California. That's his brother from Oregon State.
Oh wow, yeah, the cocky dude.
Right. That's his brother from Oregon State. His older brother is the one who's starting who's playing for the Cowboys. And he looked like, and
I think Dan Quinn is just like Gus Bradley. I think they're just better D coordinators at heart.
Yeah,
they necessarily had coaches.
Right. 6'4", but the kid played really, really well, bro. Like he might earn a starting spot for y'all. I think he's like 6'3", 6'4", playing corner.
I know y'all had Keanu Neal too.
Yeah,
he's playing like that linebacker spot now.
Yeah,
that's a way better fit for him.
Yeah. He played good at safety, man. He was a good, strong safety for a while in Atlanta.
Solid.
He just would get hurt a lot.
Yeah.
He would try to hit
people.
He went
to the Pro Bowl early, I believe.
His rookie year, and that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So exciting stuff on that front, especially in the NFL. Andy Dalton said Justin Fields is gonna have a great career, but right now is my time.
Andy Dalton need to sit.
He's had his time.
Nah, bro. Nah. Andy, people are not trying to see you, bro. Not at all.
Yeah, Justin's already getting, I think, reps with the ones, I believe.
And Andy Dalton was a great bridge quarterback for Dallas last year when Dak got hurt. I mean, he played good, but obviously not good enough to win.
If you can't do it with that amount of offensive talent, I mean,
Come on.
around you, and you don't do nothing to lead, it ain't gonna get much better than that. Yeah, 2 great receivers, one of the best running backs in the league. I mean,
You say 3. You could argue 3.
yeah, 3. You're right. You know what I'm saying? So it's it ain't.
And he got Jaheim got Georgia all over his Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Boy got Georgia all over there. Huh.
It's not too many Jacksonville kids going to Georgia, so that's why I'm not believing that.
Georgia just, man, they're just like a discount Alabama, bro. That's just all I can think about Georgia as.
Don't go to UGA.
They're just a discount Alabama, bro. Like they're the great value Alabama.
But they don't win. I just don't understand how Kirby gets that many 5 stars.
When it matters, they don't win.
Nope.
They don't win.
And JT Daniels is really talented, though, man. That fool is talented. If they can do anything, I think they have a quarterback that can do it because he definitely has all the skills to be good.
Pickens hurt, though.
Pickens?
Pickens, yeah.
Yeah, he's hurt again?
I thought he tore his ACL.
He tore his, yeah, that was like, I think he's back this year, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's back this year. Yeah. Let's see. Calvin Ridley. Ooh, they said Calvin Ridley was eating on Xavier. Ooh, my gosh. Y'all got to see that rep, bro.
On Xavier Howard?
Bro, he ate on Xavier Howard. Did you see that?
Nah, I knew they had joint practice.
He hit him with that, bro. He hit him with a nasty hezzy and just said, bloop, out. He hit turned on the turbo and was out. He hit like one of them, see you later, like Tyreek Hill, like out.
Yo, Calvin Ridley is like 28.
Is he old?
He was like old, graduating.
No,
he graduated like when he was like 20 years old, something like that. Graduated high school. I'm pretty sure of that. Cause I think he was 24 when he came into the league.
What's the outlook? What's the outlook for Deshaun Watson, man? What are we looking at for him this year?
Not playing.
What do y'all think?
Not playing. When you got the FBI on your back, man.
I don't think he plays.
Is the FBI on his head?
Yeah.
I don't know what they talking about, but FBI and Deshaun Watson in the same sentence.
Oh my gosh. They are eating his ass up, man.
Oh, he's 26. He's only 26.
Good gracious. Let's see.
Shout out to Deshaun.
Myles Garrett said he would fight Jake Paul. He said he would beat the crap out of Jake Paul.
Myles Garrett just need to get.
Or no, Logan Paul. Logan, not Jake. Logan.
Myles just need to worry about his bag, man. You worry about the wrong thing.
Definitely. Gibson. Let's see.
He trying to dunk on fools in the offseason and fight Logan Paul.
Bruh, and I'm not buying. Listen to me though. Listen, I think low key, bro. Low key. Let me give you some game right here. I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna have a breakout year, bro. Because you know how all the quarterbacks that do good in preseason they end up having like trash seasons. Right. Trash seasons, bro.
The bad ones do good.
Yeah, but even the ones like who flash like in preseason, like they end up having trash years. Like, and usually the guys who take their lumps in preseason and they seeing like, you know what I mean, and they learning from that junk, they usually like come out banging. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Like it just all depends. He's got to get help, man. He's got to, and I don't mean to go back and harp on that, but they need to get people who can get open. If these cats cannot get open, bro, pull them like dead, like next man up. Like if you cannot get open, bro, next man up. Like it can't happen, dog. I'll give him a mulligan, you know. Maybe it was play calling, but they got to get open, dog. And what do you think about the offensive line? Do you think they played okay, or did they got to play better? I think the first like play was terrible. I think that was Jawan Taylor's fault all the way. He just let his guy get back, but then like the play where he found Marvin Jones, like he had like 8 legit 8 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the O-line?
I think the O-line played pretty good.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
I think, Jawan Taylor definitely needs a little bit more work. We would have liked to see him coming in
Yeah.
a little better than that, especially with the experience.
Yeah.
But like you said, the line held up pretty good on a couple plays where Trevor was, he had a problem holding the ball, but he was able to hold the ball and make a couple plays down the field. So
Yeah.
I mean, that was good to see. James Robinson ran the ball pretty good too. So
I think they need to get the ball in Etienne's hands, find a way to get the ball in his hands, like whether it be the same stuff that they were doing for Chenault. I think you need to swap Chenault. Yeah, like that needs to be more of Etienne, right? Like that needs to be more of like y'all can both do that, but Etienne needs to have the ball in his hands, like period. Like he's the most explosive guy you probably have at wide receiver or running back. So give and I found it weird that he didn't get any catches or anything like that first game, but so
I want to see a little bit more like moving the pocket a little bit. I don't know if that's necessarily Trevor's game or whatever.
Yeah.
But just try to shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Move the line a little bit.
I think the play calling was kind of vanilla.
It was very vanilla. It looked like the Jaguars' regular season offense from last year.
That's but the good thing about it is Doug Marrone would have let that shit ride, right? Doug Marrone would have let that shit ride. Urban was like, nah, that ain't the kind of offense we play. That was trash. Like we don't play like that. We gotta pick up the tempo. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We need to be a high octane offense. Like we ain't. And Urban, Urban the type of guy, he'll get rid of his OC in a second. Like
who the Jazz got first game?
Texans.
Oh, okay. Well, that should be a good game.
Yeah, so if he and then you got the Saints the second game. Why are these preseason games so spaced out, bro? That game's like what, over a week from their last game? Like that's weird. Maybe they're trying to make up the time for the 4th preseason game.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's like 10 days.
Yeah.
Give you enough time to recover.
Yeah.
Cut people and
recover from 2 from 2 series. Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting though. You definitely got to beat the Texans week 1 because the Saints is gonna be tough. Sean Payton is such a great play caller, man. It's ridiculous.
I think they have the Saints in preseason, but they have their second game is Broncos at home, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got the Broncos at home. Jaguars really have a soft schedule. It's a soft schedule.
And you get Atlanta. You get Atlanta at the end.
Yeah. I was really disappointed by the defense, bro. Like no pass rush at all. None.
No. Chason
looked terrible.
Looked the same.
He looked terrible. Josh Allen looked like he couldn't get off a block either.
Yeah.
So that's really concerning. And then you got rid of Schobert.
And linebackers made no plays.
Linebackers didn't make no plays, only to put Shaq Quarterman in there.
How did he do?
I mean,
decent.
Yeah, couldn't really tell you.
Comparable to.
Yeah, like. Yeah, so I think I don't know, man. We'll see if that was a good idea. I think Shaq's definitely he's a good middle linebacker. Like he's a, you know what I mean? He's a thumper. So maybe their run defense was ass last year. So maybe they felt like it was still kind of cheeks and practice. So
yeah, I was surprised at the trade. I mean, that was I don't think Jaguars in a position to let go of talent right now.
No. And you do it now of all time, like
right before the season.
If you didn't like him, you could have traded him around draft time.
And they only got a 6th-round pick.
Yeah,
you only got a 6. So you basically got rid of him for nothing.
For nothing, yeah.
Essentially,
dude had like 141 tackles last year, 3 picks. Like he had hella like plays, bro. So it's like, damn, you couldn't get at least a 4th rounder for him. You know, and he's not old. He's like 27. So I don't know. Like who did he go to? Pittsburgh.
Steelers.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Oh man,
Man, he's gonna be a problem.
he made them.
Maybe
He made them a lot better, and he's playing. He's basically going from the same defense to the same defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's going to a 3-4.
Maybe next to Bush, he's replacing Vince Williams, who retired like right before training camp.
Yeah, I do like Devon Hamilton though. I did see him flash a little bit. He was like pushing the pocket heavily, and he did some good stuff. And their run defense was really good. So I like they were. Obviously, they didn't see Nick Chubb or anybody else, but we'll see. We'll see if Kamara. You're gonna see Kamara next game, so we'll see. And the Saints have a really good O line.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they look like there. Yeah.
So he just finds ways.
But they got Jabu, man. We should be able to get a sack off of Jabu or a pick. Come on, man.
And they got Taysom and your boy, man. Like, if we can't do nothing, if we can't,
Mr. Crab Leg.
defense don't look good against them, albeit it's a Sean Payton led offense.
Because even against my Ravens, I mean, we won, but you know, we forced 6 turnovers. If we didn't force 6 turnovers, I mean, most of the times they had the ball, they were driving. I mean, they just had 4 fumbles by running backs, and then Jameis threw a pick and Taysom threw a pick. But outside of that, I mean, and we only won by 3 points after forcing, you know, 6 turnovers.
The Sean Payton offense is going to move the ball.
It's going to move the ball. It's every time they were moving the ball and they just happen to turn it over. But he finds that weakness and he goes back at it over and over and over until you can't do anything about it. So I really want to see how Urban adjusts to that, because now you got to, you know, Sean's one of the best play callers, if not the best play caller in the game. So I want to see how Urban handles that from an adjustment standpoint.
I think Urban is just trying to, like, the whole Tebow thing, bro, just looked a lot. I think that
wasted time.
It looked a lot worse after that preseason game. Like, come on, bro. Like,
that's why you had to make the cut.
Like, you can't tell. But the thing is like, you can't tell us he wasn't looking like this in practice.
But it's worse because he brought that up in the press conference. He was like, I know it was a long shot because he played tight end. So, bro, why did you bring him in? What are you talking about?
And you literally wasted a roster spot, bro. Like, that's somebody who could have really made your team better, and you wasted it on Tebow, bro. Like,
who actually played the position before.
Like, that was trash, bro. Like, that was worse than, like, high school. Like, that was worse than high school shit, bro. That wasn't even
he
like,
legitimately tried in those snaps he had. Like, bro, those blocks were weak, bro. Like, those block attempts were weak, bro.
But he was tipping. He used to try to run people over at quarterback. Like,
that's
what?
the crazy thing about it, bro.
You don't want to block
with the quarterback. You can't get in front of a linebacker, bro. Like, yeah,
man. I think we were, and like, all these people were like, oh, you know, he's a hometown. Like, bro, what?
This the NFL. Who care about that, man?
Get him out of here,
right
now. And I don't want to hear about him anymore in any capacity
at all. He's just he brought unnecessary attention around the team. So he brought a lot of unnecessary attention around the team.
Shannon Sharp let him have it.
Oh, Shannon Sharp. The truth.
Which from Shannon, he feel disrespected because, you know, that's his position. So you don't disrespect the position in the game like that, man. You bring in somebody who's never played this in his life, ever in his life, to do. Come on,
man. Yeah, man.
And he was the 7th tight end on the roster, bro. like, let's be real, bro. You're not making a team if you the 7th.
And you gave him playing time over. You put Tyler Davis in after him.
And Tyler Davis scored a touchdown.
Come on, bro. Stop the cap. Anyways, man.
To me, Urban started off on the wrong foot with that.
He did. He did a lot of things. Like, he needs to cut the shit with the whole, like, I'm Urban Meyer, just trust me. Like, nah, bro.
Nah.
This is not
that's how you
Florida. This is not Ohio State. That does not work, bro. Really? Get whatever you got in your head of.
He's scaring me.
Like, no, bro, no. From a talent recognition standpoint, coaching, like, he's a great coach. But from all the other stuff, man, like, leave the shenanigans out of it, bro. Leave this is what I know. Nah, bro, leave that out of it, dog. But the good thing about him is, like, if something looks like trash and it's trash, he gonna tell you it's trash. Nah, bro, like, we don't play like that. Like, that's not acceptable. Like, I'm glad. I'm at least glad he's honest like that, because Doug Marrone would have been like, "Yeah, it was a tough one, but we'll get him next time." Like, nah, bro, nah, I want to hear that. So I think at least he's being a realist, and I think after that first game, he kind of realized like, oh man, like this is like, yeah, this isn't gonna be as easy as I thought it was. So
Browns fans were celebrating, like they were really happy about the fact that their 2s and 3s played that against Jaguar starters. I mean,
yeah,
come on, the Browns felt real good after that. They felt real good after that, bro.
Yeah, it felt great. Like, so I'm definitely curious to see how they bounce back and how Urban gets the team ready. Because
gotta finish right now.
Got a lot of eyes on you.
Just give me like 5 more minutes.
For sure. But like I was saying, like Urban's kind of, like we're saying, he's kind of scaring me right now because he's making moves where, if they don't pay off in the long run, I feel like he may look somewhere else or like look to get out, like and break the whole city's heart. So
I give him I give him a mulligan, bro. I think he really needed to step back a little bit. Like I think he needed everything that happened in that first preseason game to happen.
Yeah.
To take a step back and be like, all right, I don't know everything that I thought I knew about the game, about how the NFL works. You can't make dumb decisions like that.
Like,
you're playing with guys. Yeah, you're playing with guys lively. You're playing with your credibility first. You're playing with guys' livelihoods.
And you never coached in the NFL.
Yeah, none of these NFL coaches care who you are, bro. They don't
at all.
They want to make you look bad.
Yeah, they want to make an example out of you.
Yeah, they want to make an example out of you and make you look like a duck because you came from Ohio State. Nah, bro. Nah. This is
because he really didn't deserve the opportunity. I mean, the fact that
honest to God, he did
not deserve it, and then you go and give somebody another opportunity that they didn't deserve. Like you just making the whole thing worse than what it is. Like this, and that's why the difference between the NFL and the NBA will always be because you look at the NBA. I think they had, if I'm not mistaken, they had 8 openings, head coach openings, and 7 out of the 8 were black head coaches. Compared to the NFL, that only 1 opening out of 10, I believe, something like that.
Right.
1 out of 10 went to a black coach, and that was the worst one with the Texans that nobody wanted to take because of the situation that they were in.
And he's going to get fired after the first year, just
you
like the Arizona coach.
He has no shot of winning this. I feel terrible for him because you get this great opportunity, but you basically set up for failure.
Who has no shot of winning?
The Texans.
Houston's coach.
They have no draft picks. The quarterback, your franchise quarterback, is under investigation with the FBI. Like you just lost JJ Watt.
Yeah, you have no players.
You have no stars on your team right now. Like you're in a terrible, terrible situation.
Where your best player is Whitney Merciless. Your best player is Whitney Merciless. That says a lot right there.
Who I don't think has ever been to a Pro Bowl.
Terrible.
So bad, man. But that's the thing. But then you get Urban Meyer, who gets the best job in the offseason with the number 1 pick, with the most cap room in the NFL, and he hasn't even coached. He's been retired. He comes out of retirement and gets the best job opening. Come on, man.
Gets to hire Tebow.
Then brings in Tebow, and it's bad. It was bad. It's all bad. So that's why he's under the gun this year. I think he already kind of started off rocky, so I think if he doesn't start off hot, it's gonna get real interesting for Jacksonville.
I think they're definitely he's not dealing with, like, he doesn't have like duck coaches though. So it's like part of me is like, I don't think they're gonna put that same shit on the field again, man. Like,
yeah, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, like Darrell Bevel, like Schottenheimer, they're both like competent coaches in the league, right? They've been to and play in dogfights, playoff games, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they've been in the league, they've been successful in the league, so it's like, you know,
can't let this shit slide.
Yeah, like y'all got to figure it out, and I think they will. Whether they got to bring in like different people, make some trades, like whatever's got to happen, man, make it happen. But yeah, man. So great stuff today. We had our interview with Dylan Chiedo. Went well. We'll be at the game Friday. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to make it, let me know. But yeah, we'll be at the Bartram Trail League game, on the sideline, getting some good behind the scenes. We'll probably go live before the game. So back in the swing of things, man. We're back in football. It's football season.
It's football
We're
season.
back on the sidelines, man. And just want to announce, man, we had a great partnership with Cutters, man. Cutters, the original Cutters glove, the sticky glove, man. Y'all remember them Cutters, dog?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When, you know what I'm saying? When you first got them, it was like, ooh.
Yeah, they just stuck to you.
Yeah, you wasn't dropping nothing.
All right.
So we got a great partnership with them to where they're gonna send us gloves, and we'll be giving those out to the player of the game and doing some good marketing stuff there. So awesome, man. We got great stuff on the horizon, man. It's only getting better. We got a sponsor, Sploosh Life. Shout out to them. They're gonna be getting us some fire gear going. So looking forward to that. So just great, man. Blessings, bro.
Yes, sir.
This is our year this year, man. It's we going up. Best year yet. So exciting stuff. So but that's our show for the night, man. We appreciate you guys. We in here with the gang, and we out tonight, man. So we'll catch y'all next week.
We appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
Y'all at the game.
We out.
Sir.